2K Sports pregame show.
Hey, Ernie Johnson here, and I'm joined by Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. Tonight, it'll be the New Orleans Pelicans up against the San Antonio Spurs. Well, for San Antonio, they know that great teams win these types of games on the road. They're definitely the better team, and they're looking to show it tonight. Remember, when the New Orleans Pelicans were sold in 2012, the new ownership was eager to compete, trading for veteran talent to complement the #1 overall pick, Anthony Davis. Aside from a single playoff appearance, though, it's been mixed results.
Oh,
Kenny.
mixed result, because sometimes when you try to take shortcuts, you get shortcutted and stuck. And that's what happened.
That's good life advice.
No question. You can't take shortcuts to greatness.
No.
And you have to. There's another one. There's another jewel.
Yeah.
I tell you, let me give you another one. There's another jewel.
I'm
You
just
want me to go one
mining
more?
for nuggets over
I'll give
here.
you one
Yes.
more.
Yeah, give me one.
An ounce
Of prevention.
is worth better than a pound
Pound
of
of cure.
There it is. There's another one.
Yeah.
No
An apple a day
keeps the doctor
away.
Oh,
no. But obviously it doesn't, because we both had apples, but you're still here.
yeah. And you know, those memories of losing Chris Paul is still fresh. They're going to have to start winning to keep Davis around.
Chris Paul? No, that's like 15 years ago.
Doesn't matter. The memories are still there.
Man, I forget what we were even talking about. Give me another old adage there.
I got one. The memories are still there.
The
like
bigger
the
they
breeze
are,
in the air.
the harder they fall.
Mm-hmm.
On the road, looking for a win against a Western Conference rival. The San Antonio Spurs are ready for this thing to get started. Hi, everyone. We're happy to have you with us for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan. We've got Steve Smith and Greg Anthony alongside, and our sideline reporter tonight, David Aldridge. The story here, Kawhi Leonard injured and unable to play.
Yeah, Kevin, no more uncertainty about the seriousness of the injury. Well, we only got a preliminary diagnosis after he came out of that previous game, but now they sound sure about it, and hopefully we see him back on the court in less than a month.
Well, it's good to at least have a time frame in mind for when we can expect to see him back.
Well, Smitty, we have a fantastic matchup between two of the top centers in the league right in front of us here. It's a throwback to an era of an earlier time when big men were dominant in this league.
Kevin, I remember those days when you just sat down, you wanted to see Shaq versus Ewing, Hakeem versus David Robinson. Those were fun. Yes, as a guard, we had matchups, but you know, that was different. Those were the big man battling.
Yes.
I miss those days.
I do too. And the starting group for the Spurs. Aldridge is at the 4 with Gasol at the 5. Mills teams up with Green in the backcourt. And it's Anderson in at the 3, the small forward. Now here is Miller. Feeds it to Rondo. To the paint. Here's Cousins. Basket is good. The assist from Rondo.
Rondo is out there to distribute the ball. He is a master at finding the open man.
Now here's Mills. He's covered by Rondo. And it's Rajon Rondo with the foul. That's his first foul. And about a minute gone here in the first quarter. Here's Mills, and it's denied. Right wing. Holiday kicks to Diallo. New Orleans getting another chance here. Good on the bucket. Holiday's got his first points of the game.
Love the extra possessions. Defense has them stopped, but can't control the boards.
Good looking screen by Gasol. About a minute and a half through the first quarter. Shots good by Mills.
You know, he's not someone who spends a ton of time in the painted area, but Patty Mills looking comfortable on that one.
Holiday, the pass to Rondo. Screen by Cousins. Rondo dishes to Cousins. Rejected by Gasol.
And for his career among active players, Pau Gasol top 3 in block shots.
For San Antonio, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. And Anderson kicks to Aldridge. And it comes off the front of the rim.
Unfortunately for him, the defense is slow to react, but he couldn't make them pay.
Now we'll go to David Aldridge, who had a chance to talk with head coach Greg Popovich.
Kevin, I asked him what he thought the key factors would be coming into this game, and he said, well, our length and shot blocking should help. It gives offenses something to think about when they come inside. And that hesitation can be a game changer. We'll see if that holds true tonight, Kevin. Back to you.
Thanks very much, David. Did you guys see this game playing out as a defensive battle?
If they get their way, it will be. They're coming in with the idea that they can win this game with their defense.
Well, if they've done it before, sounds like their goal is the same as always. Cause as many problems as possible with their D and never let up at that end of the floor.
Here's Aldridge after Rajon Rondo's bucket. No good from 11 feet.
And you see why his reputation is so strong defensively. He allows no separation.
And so many defenses are not designed to take away the mid-range jumper, but he's given nothing away.
Now here's Green. Rajon Rondo missing his last shot. Green dishes to Gasol. Cousins pulls it in.
That's just 2 tough competitors meeting right at the rim. Someone, in my opinion, had to lose.
And it's sent back by Aldridge.
Great effort there. Aldridge sniffs out the shot, sends it back.
Aldridge a screen. Mills passes to Aldridge. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact and he'll shoot 2. And Steve, as the big 3 in San Antonio age and retire, how big was it for San Antonio to sign the all-star LaMarcus Aldridge?
You know, it's huge, Kevin, a Texas native, and it's easy to see why he chose the Spurs. It's been interesting to see him integrate his game into their system.
First one falls for him.
It's interesting. Aldridge used to shoot more free throws. That's when he used to bang inside. Now he's shooting a lot from the outside, so that trend will likely continue.
Ian Clark's checked in for New Orleans. That one misses.
And LaMarcus Aldridge really possesses tremendous shooting touch when you consider this guy's basically a 7-footer, and he's increasing that range. Last season, up over 40% from 3.
San Antonio with the ball, following the score by New Orleans. Now here's Mills, guarded by Holiday. Green the screen, and Mills kicks to Green. Just 5 on the clock. This all setting the pick for Green. Again, the miss by the Spurs. And Aldridge doesn't shoot a ton of threes, yet he still earns his keep in that mid-range.
Yeah, on that left block, back to the basket, and with his size, that turnaround, Jay, is just about unstoppable.
And that one is good.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Aldridge a screen. And Mills kicks to Aldridge. Pelicans pull it in. They come into this one following a loss to the Thunder.
And no one expected them to win that game per se, but no excuse for the way that one ended up.
They just simply blew it. Hopefully that won't occur ever again now that they have that bad taste in their mouth.
Now Green following the miss by DeMarcus Cousins from deep. And he gets the bucket. Mills has got his second basket of the night.
All day, Mills will do this for you. Lightning quick on the catch and release.
Holiday against Green. And it's sent back by Aldridge.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter.
Shots good by Mills. And so it's New Orleans with it. It's a three-point game. Holiday dishes to Cousins. He feeds it to Clark. And Holiday has it in the corner. There's the pick. Off the pick. And a little luck that time, but it drops. Holiday's got 6. Spurs trail by 5. Anderson the screen. And Mills kicks to Anderson. The feed to Aldridge. Clock at 6. Right side Gasol. Shoots over Cousins. Gasol no good. Pelicans leading by 5. Miller kicks to Holiday. Again, Holiday missing. The Spurs shooting 33% here in the first quarter. There's the dish to Aldridge. That's short off the rim.
You know, not sure if it's him or the defense, but just something's off tonight.
Especially in this quarter. He's had a few shots that look like they would fall, but things haven't gone his way.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
If you aren't going to at least step in front of him, you can't be surprised when he throws it down like that.
And when you look at the Pelicans, you got to expect for them to be one of the top defensive teams in the league. You've got the Twin Towers down low, and Drew Holiday is in the top handful, I think, of defensive point guards in the league.
A big group substitution here for New Orleans. Alexis Ajinça has checked in for Cousins. Cunningham comes in for Diallo. Hill, he's checked in for Darius Miller. And Tony Allen subbed in for Drew Holiday. Now here's Parker. His last outing, he had 8 points. Gay outside, and Rudy Gay picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Andrew Holiday at 6'4", Greg, great size for the point guard position.
And his height enables him to cover shooting guards. At the same time, he does a great job of keeping smaller players in front of him.
Here's Clark. 11 points for him in that last game against Oklahoma City. Here's Allen. The shot will not fall. Good work defensively by Ginobili. Parker outside. Offensive rebound, Spurs. Here's Laverne. Collects the two-pointer near the hoop. Laverne's got his first basket of the night.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
They set the pick. Here's Clark, covered by Parker. And the pass to Cunningham. Allen dishes to Ajinça. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. They get the rebound. Here's Clark. They shoot again. Allen passes to Ajinça. Here's Cunningham. Gay with the block.
A pretty good defender. Gay using that 7'3" wingspan well. Get that shot out of here.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
Now here's Ginobili. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. And Laverne kicks to Parker. It's Clark with the rebound. Pelicans leading by 7. Stolen by Ginobili. Here's Laverne. Can't hit that one. And New Orleans will go the other way with it. Hill kicks to Allen. It's back to Hill. It's deflected. Now Parker. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game, and the shot goes in.
Getting it done inside. Rudy Gay not just floating around the perimeter.
Here's Clark, leading by 5. Outside Hill. Back to Clark. Good, the assist goes to Hill.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off. They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Gay with it, working out Ajinça. That's a miss. He's made one and missed one. New Orleans leading by 7. And Hill has it in the corner. Lets the 3 fly. Offensive rebound. Cunningham. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
And the rebound and the follow show you what he is all about. Gritty and determined with a soft touch to match.
Now here's Parker. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him.
Poor decision to force that one. The defense is right there because of a terrible pick.
Here's Cunningham. Another one falls for New Orleans.
And guys, they've come out and established a rhythm. And also their play calling has been on point.
Well, the two go hand in hand. Matching your strategy to your personnel is key.
Here's Hilliard. Shoots. No good off the back of the rim.
And I'll tell you, the sooner this quarter can end, the happier he'll be. It's been tough making shots.
Clark for 3. It's rebounded by Hilliard. Spurs trail by 11. Ginobili the pass to Hilliard. Kicks it out to Gay. Another miss by Gay.
No doubt the fight's there. They are trying to battle back, but he's just really struggling this quarter.
Clark. Gay with the block. And that's a foul called an Alexis Ajinça. That's his first foul. San Antonio's gone 0-4 from three-point land to start out. Looking cold from outside. Ginobili dishes to Parker. Now here's Laverne, guarded closely. And that one's good. Parker.
Sneaking inside, converting the high percentage look. Something Parker does well.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Here's Allen. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Dishes to Cunningham. Just 5 to shoot. Gay with the defensive effort. Ginobili. Got it!
Yes, indeed.
He got it! What a shot!
Concentration.
3 points at the buzzer.
How in the world did he get that one to go?
And so it's New Orleans with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And the Gasol brothers, Pau, talked about the joy of sharing the NBA stage with his brother Mark.
It's like a dream come true. It's hard to really picture it. I'm just proud to be Mark's brother, and I'm proud of what he's become as a basketball player and as a man.
Well, their story is a bit like a fairy tale, the way 2 of them, sons of medical professionals in Spain, have become 2 of the best centers in the NBA of this era.
Especially when you remember what a raw talent and how big and bulky Marc Gasol was when he was drafted by the Lakers. I mean, they traded him to Memphis for his brother, and that does all seem like fiction, doesn't it?
Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And looking at what we've seen from the Pelicans, what do you guys think?
Aggressive rebounding in that first quarter. That's what's given them the advantage.
Control the boards, and you control the flow of the game.
Rajon Rondo is out there with Allen. Then there's Hill, and there's Cunningham, and it's Ajinça in at the 5 down low. That's the Pelicans 5 as we get into the second quarter. And the New Orleans Pelicans last season with one of the worst offensive rebounding percentages in history.
Yeah, I mean, it improved somewhat with DeMarcus Cousins coming in. But I think really it's the team's philosophy, though. They value getting back in transition more than they value a chance to attack that offensive glass.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Kawhi Leonard has become a go-to scorer, but his focus still starts at the defensive end. He said, my mindset is the same every game. Whoever I'm playing against, I go in and try to stop their best scorer and then try to get myself going on the offensive end. Kevin?
And David, that's what you get with Kawhi. Mr. Consistency, one of the best two-way players in the game. That's it, and the Pelican lead is cut down to 9 in the bucket from Laverne.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Rondo kicks to Ajinça. Deep 2 from Hill. Basket is good. The assist from Rondo. Rondo's got 3 assists now in this one. Spurs trail by 11. They set the pick. Parker passes to Gay. And they double up Gay. Outside, Ginobili hits Cunningham with the rebound.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Allen kicks to Ajinça. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Ajinça's got his second basket of the game.
And a high percentage look there, and he takes full advantage. Bumps up the lead.
Yeah, the lead now is double digits. Some tricky matchups out there. Not a lot of solutions.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. They are coming off that win against Atlanta.
You know what? It's a fine line between attacking but yet staying under control, and they did, and that's why they shot such a high percentage.
Yeah, terrific discipline. Searching for the best possible shots. That's how you achieve great results on the offensive end.
A big group substitution here for New Orleans. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Alexis Ajinça. Diallo comes in for Cunningham. Miller's checked in for Hill, and it's Drew Holiday in for Allen. Aldridge with a screen on Rondo. And Mills kicks to Gasol. Pass to Aldridge. The 10-footer. And it's in off the backboard. Aldridge has got 5.
Almost automatic from there. Aldridge using his length to full advantage inside.
And Holiday kicks to Rondo. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. And the Pelicans lead by 13. Mills with it. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Atlanta. Aldridge kicks to Gasol. Wide open, couldn't capitalize.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
The shot by Holiday, no good. Spurs trail by 13. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Great eye contact. Guys working in tandem in the paint.
Cousins with a screen on Green. Holiday dishes to Rondo. Back to Holiday. And fouled on the shot, so the bucket counts and a chance for one more here.
Yeah, outstanding job there of taking the harm and still able to finish.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
One shot.
That's good from Holiday. Steve, you've gone the broadcasting route, but we've seen a lot of former players becoming head coaches lately. Who else do you think could become a coach someday? Current players that you're watching.
I think Chris Paul, I think Stephen Curry, a lot of guys. LeBron James for sure, Dwayne Wade. I think Draymond Green would be somewhat like a Stan Van Gundy, Tom Thibodeau, just yelling and screaming. And
I like
but
that.
Those are some of the names.
Yes. The Spurs have gone 1 for 2 on the night so far from the line.
And team free throw numbers really about as good as you could ask for, around 80% on the season.
Shooting one.
And that one falls for LaMarcus Aldridge.
With the acquisition of LaMarcus Aldridge, the Spurs going against the grain. Most teams going small and shooting threes. Aldridge, a big forward who loves the mid-range.
Here's Diallo. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. Here's Green, and with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
There's the pick. Rondo with a screen for Holiday. It's stolen by Green. In transition, here comes San Antonio, and it's denied. And there's going to be a foul. He definitely made contact with the ball, and in doing so also got the body, so we'll see free throws here. San Antonio shooting their 4th attempt at the free throw line right here. That one misses for Mills.
And one of the game's best free throw shooters. It's a shame that Patty almost never gets to the line.
He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. He's on his way to the free throw line. And with Aldridge in the paint alongside another 7-footer, the Spurs have plenty of length inside.
Yeah, they do. LaMarcus Aldridge with pretty good mobility for a player his height. He's able to move his feet defensively and cover the pick and roll perfectly.
For New Orleans, they have made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
And the free throw, no good.
When you think about a great system and great execution, you think of the San Antonio Spurs. Not the most athletic team. You won't see a bunch of dunks or fast break points. If you love the game, you have to admire how they get things done.
Here's Holiday after the basket by San Antonio. Back to Rondo. Anderson against Miller. And he goes big with the dunk right over LaMarcus Aldridge.
Sublime stuff, guys. Absolutely sublime.
Agreed. He's going to start putting on a show now. And we've seen a litany of role players come to San Antonio and shoot guys career highs.
Well, you know, especially shooters. This offense gives them the cleanest look they can ask for. There's no great secret in their strategy. It's all in the execution.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
Offside Rondo. Diallo the pass to Cousins. And he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call. Spurs trail by 7. Now here's Mills. He's got 8. He dishes it to Green. Gasol, a screen on Holiday. Back to Mills. There's the triple. It's hauled in by Diallo.
And they hold a huge advantage on the backboard.
Here's Miller. Here's Holiday. That shot, no good. Great D that time from Green.
Well, just think what's happening here. He hasn't found his groove, yet they still hold the lead.
New Orleans leading by 7. Holiday, no one around him. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Cousins. A chance here to assess what parts of the floor the attempts have been coming from as we look at the shot chart for the Spurs.
And the three-point shot above the break has become a popular shot in the league, but not for them tonight. They're passing that one up and just trying to get their offense from closer to the hoop.
Spurs trail by 7. And here's Mills. To the left wing from 13. And Aldridge gets it to go on the assist by Mills. And that's now 10 points for Aldridge.
You see he's feeling it now. Shot looks much more in sync this quarter.
And Holiday kicks to Diallo. Back to Holiday. And again, no good by New Orleans.
Obviously, this has been a tough quarter for him, but he's still trying to keep a positive mindset.
Good-looking screen by Gasol. And Mills kicks to Gasol. Pelicans with the rebound. Cousins has got 6 rebounds in the game. Down low, here's Miller. San Antonio with the rebound. They'll be off to Charlotte for a game against the Hornets. That'll be the second of this 2-game road trip. Now Mills. He's got 8 to the paint. And they will get the basket here, folks, as they rule goaltending.
That's a very close call. I'm sure he thinks it's a clean block, but looks like it was on the way down.
Clark, he's checked in for Rajon Rondo. Pelicans leading by 3. They set the pick, and Holiday kicks to Clark. Passes it to Cousins. Another miss, and they've really hit a rough patch here. San Antonio's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Gasol a screen. And Mills kicks to Gasol. And there it is for him. Gasol's got 4 points this quarter.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Clark dishes to Cousins. To the middle. Here's Miller. The kick out to Holiday. And the Pelicans miss again.
He's trying to shoot his way out of this slump, but it's not to be.
Stolen by Holiday. Here's Clark, covered by Mills. The kick out to Holiday. It's stolen by Green. Pass to Gasol. And Mills kicks to Gasol. Outside, Green. Spurs passing it around. Here's Aldridge, and Aldridge slams it in.
In the zone, boy. Aldridge making it look easy.
And Steve, Danny Green, an outstanding perimeter defender. He can lock down either wing spot so well.
Even has the quickness to stay with point guards, always in your jersey, and an outstanding shot blocker for a wing.
And that one's good by Clark.
And that's what the pump fake's there for. Get your man off his feet and drive right around him.
San Antonio calls timeout and going against New Orleans, their first meeting of the year.
And they usually came out on top when these two teams faced off last year. No surprise, they're the better team.
And the rise of the analytics movement in basketball, Steve, hard to miss over the last 5 or 6 years. You can't read a story without a writer, without a broadcaster referring to some kind of number, analytic term, or an angle to a story. Teams incorporating a more scientific approach. How do you like that?
You know, Kevin, I love it, especially when you're evaluating guys coming out of college to the pro game. So much when guys use it just 100% to how to coach the game, teach the game, draft players. I still think all sports is a game of feel. And when you're out on that court, I'm not looking at saying this guy shoots from here because he's capable of doing other things. I think a little bit low dosage of it, but more importantly, I want guys to know how to play the game from the field.
On the clock, here's Ginobili. Falls through. He's now made 2 of 4.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
Allen against Ginobili. There's a good screen. Clark kicks to Allen. Laverne grabs the miss. Laverne's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Hill against Ginobili. Kicks it to Laverne. Back to Ginobili. He shoots again, and it's going to be a goaltending call here, so they'll count the bucket.
Yeah, that's a tough call for the refs to make there. I'm not sure it was on the way down, but that's how they saw it.
A minute 20 left in the first half of basketball. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Here's Clark, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's going to be on Rudy Gay.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D. Yeah, and the Pelicans, after making the playoffs in 2015, had some high expectations with superstar Anthony Davis, but last year was a bit of a disappointment, and it forced them to kind of pull the trigger and go out and land DeMarcus Cousins. So their fortunes now, I think, are going to be held by those 2 anchors on the front line.
And that one falls for Clark. Greg, what would you say is the key for the Pelicans to get back in the playoff mix?
There's several. I think rebounding was a big problem. The trade for Cousins should help in that area, and every team needs more shooting. But I think in particular, this group does. And then first and foremost, look, you got to stay healthy. Hard to figure out what you have when you never get a chance to see it.
And so Clark nails both of them.
You know, Kevin, it's easy to forget it, but Greg Popovich was almost fired by the Spurs back in '99. Rough start that year, under 500. The players caught wind that if they didn't win the next game in Houston, Pop would get the X.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Kevin, the Spurs' Greg Popovich talked about developing players. He said, our method is usually tough love. I don't think coddling works, and beating them to death mentally doesn't work either. You give them a clear picture of what's demanded, show care, understand what makes them tick. If that doesn't get through, you get rid of them. Kevin?
And the military background of Popovich plays a part in this way of thinking, David. It's why the Spurs have been so successful for so many years. Here's Parker, so he gets the whistle, contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up. And amazing to think about an all-time great like Popovich being on the hot seat. His players went to the mat for him, though, didn't they?
Some huge performances by Tim Duncan, among others. They really came out to support Pop. The Spurs finished that season on a tear, going on to win the franchise first NBA title.
Free throw drops in for Tony Parker. And the Pelicans at last season's trade deadline making the big deal for DeMarcus Cousins.
You know, you look at Anthony Davis being paired with Cousins, and certainly on paper you could make the argument that they've got the best 1-2 punch on the front line in the league. 2 Kentucky guys, great size and offensive skill in terms of their versatility. If they can surround them with shooters and some perimeter defense, I think this group could be scary.
It's good, and the San Antonio lead is cut down to just 1 on the basket from Allen. San Antonio's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Here's Parker. They set the screen. Gay outside, but 3, that drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. Parker's got 3 assists in the game. LaMarcus Aldridge has been on display for the San Antonio Spurs. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. Alongside Coach Alvin Gentry. Alvin, what sorts of adjustments are you going to make in the second half?
Well, we just got to get ourselves organized. We got to get back. We got to take better shots. You know, the problem that we have is we're taking bad shots and they're running out on them. We just got to take good shots, and we got to get back and get our defense set.
The best defense is offensive efficiency. Thanks, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow right here on 2K Sports.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. It's the halftime show on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. We saw LaMarcus Aldridge lighting it up in the first half. He had 14 points, 5 rebounds, and 2 blocks. Kenny, what was your take on San Antonio?
Well, first and foremost, you got to take care of the basketball, and that means playing with poise, making good decisions, and not giving away any possessions. They did a great job of that in the first half.
Shaq, how do you think New Orleans played?
Their three-point shooting in the first half was atrocious. Ugh, ugly, awful, nasty. It's not that they're just missing shots. It's like they just keep taking the shots. Hold on, Ernie. Hey, you, whatever your number is, stop shooting the three. See, Ernie, that's all the coach got to do. Tell them stop shooting the three. Pass, cut, work together, do something.
That's it for halftime, as the second half is just about to get underway.
Welcome back to New Orleans, everyone. Glad to have you with us tonight as we take a peek at all the happenings just outside of Bourbon Street. Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting underway. Both teams battling hard through the first half. We're seeing a tremendous game from LaMarcus Aldridge.
Yeah, the effort and intensity from a defensive standpoint has just really been superb, really firing up his team.
His rim protection in the first half, that allows his teammates to extend out defensively because they know he's lurking in the background.
We have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half of basketball. Pelicans trail by 4. Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. On the floor for San Antonio, Aldridge is at the 4 with Gasol at the 5. Mills teams up with Green in the backcourt, and it's Anderson in at the small forward position.
He's only listed at 6'4", but Holiday plays bigger than that. That's the case on D more than anywhere else. He can guard 3 positions, and there's a lot of value in that.
Pelicans shooting their 5th and 6 free throws of the game.
And on the season, you know, they're hitting about 76%, which is a decent rate.
And the first one at the line is good. And Smitty, you retired back in what, 2005? Do you still get a chance to play pickup from time to time?
You know, we play pickup, Kevin. Yes, in 2005 I retired. Some guys I get a chance to play with in Atlanta, Dale Davis, Antonio Davis, Charles Oakley, Tony Delk. So we have a great group. Other than that, we're real old and have gray hair. But now it's got ugly and uglier. We play about 1 or 2 games, and we let our kids pick up the rest.
Smitty, I can see maybe speed and quickness going because of age, but I bet the shot is always still pretty much there, correct?
The shot is still there, and the fouling is going up to another level.
Anderson using his post move to get the 2 points. Anderson's got the lead up to 4 now for the Spurs.
The beauty of the teardrop, very difficult to really contest.
The Spurs offense, one of the most efficient in the NBA. It's all predicated, Greg, on motion.
And it's ball movement and player movement. They kind of want to warp the defense and force mistakes, and that's when they strike.
The Pelicans have shot a good percentage from the free throw line so far. They've made 5 out of 6. And the first one drops. Good on both. San Antonio leading. Outside, Green. Aldridge a screen. Outside, Green. Back to Mills. Clock at 6. Aldridge a screen. Lets a floater go. Mills can't hit. Pelican shooting in this game, 45%. To the wing right side for the lead. They get it back. Shots good by Miller. Miller's got it all tied up now for the Pelicans.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
And Mills kicks to Anderson. Spurs passing it around. Aldridge inside. Cousins is there. They get it back. They shoot again, and it's laid up and in by Aldridge. Aldridge has got 16 points.
You have to be serious about bodying up Aldridge, or he'll score off the bound all day.
The kick out to Holiday. Tries it from 19. No good on the shot. Now San Antonio takes it the other way.
Just 1 for 4 since the break. They are looking for better efficiency on the offensive end.
And it's Aldridge missing.
Woo, that's the one when you watch the film back, he's going to cringe. He couldn't ask for a better opportunity.
And a lot to like about that play, particularly how it ends.
Yeah, at the rack. That's what you want in transition, a high percentage look.
And the Spurs every bit a title contender, but injuries can derail any team. And they struck hard last season.
Yes, they did. The torn quad tendon for Tony Parker in the semis, then in the Western Conference Finals, up 22 points on the road. Kawhi Leonard rolls his ankle on Pachulia's foot. Things you just can't control.
And that one falls, and that puts them up by 1 point. The Spurs have gone 2 of 7 from the field in the third. That leaves room for improvements here. And Mills kicks to Gasol. Anderson against Miller. Feeds to Aldridge. Shot clock at 6. Aldridge can't get that one to fall.
A high percentage look from the mid-range. Might have been surprised that he was so wide open.
And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2.
Yeah, and last season, DeMarcus Cousins moving on in that blockbuster trade. Really impossible to get equal value for a star like Cousins, but he was pleased, I think, to put all the rumors of being traded to bed.
That free throw good from Cousins. And with Cousins, he found out that he was being traded to the Pelicans while at the All-Star game in New Orleans.
And it's never easy fitting in with another star like the Brow, but Cousins is just so skilled that you knew they would find a balance. And at the end of the day, Cousins seems to be happy with a team who's committed to him.
Greg, when you watch DeMarcus Cousins play, you can see the beating he takes in the post, can't you?
Yeah, and that's just how it goes with star centers, with the size and activity of Cousins. Just like Shaq in the sense, big bruising centers are hard to officiate. Other players can lay into them and not even make a dent, but anyone else, it would be a foul.
Outside Holiday. Offensive rebound. Diallo the pass to Rondo. Here's Miller. And again, New Orleans has no luck.
And the defense daring him to shoot that. Good plan right there.
Anderson's shot is off.
Not sure of the thought process on that one. Really bad shot selection.
Well, you're playing for the team, not just yourself. They needed much better execution that trip down the floor.
Here's Miller, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Miller's got 8 points. So it's the Spurs now, trailing by 5. Right side Aldridge. They need this, and he gets that one to go off the front iron.
I'm thinking of bigs in this league. Not many have a better in-between game than Aldridge.
Screen by Cousins. Miller outside. Screen by Cousins. Shot clock at 6. Miller dishes to Cousins. And a chance here to take a look at the shooting chart for Holiday.
And when you come into a game with the mindset of going right at the rim and not settling for outside shots, this is what your shot chart will look like. Every chance they've had to either attack the paint or play back to the basket, they've taken it, and it's been a complete success thus far.
That one is off.
This is where we see Cousins a lot. He's always up there among the league leaders in free throw attempts. It's so hard to handle in the post. The D just never knows what to do with him.
Good on the second free throw.
And one difference this half is that when they get to the line, they're converting.
And Mills kicks to Gasol. They set the pick. Green, the pass to Aldridge. Shoots over Cousins. That one's good. The New Orleans lead is cut down to 2 on the bucket from Aldridge.
Big men who can score inside and out. Difficult to find. L.A., one of the most prolific.
Rondo dishes to Holiday. Back to Rondo. Fires from deep. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. And that's 10 points for Rajon Rondo.
Yeah, clearly a defensive lapse there. He is automatic from deep if you're going to leave him that wide open. Big time mistake.
And Mills kicks to Green. Good looking screen by Gasol. Fires the 3. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
Like almost every other big in the league, it seems, Pau Gasol is working on that three-pointer.
Outside Rondo. Down low. Here's Cousins. And then Cousins with the dunk.
And it was the screen there, guys, that freed him up as he ran his man into it.
And then it was all acceleration, GA, to the bucket right after that.
That was just a textbook pick that allowed him room, and he took advantage of it.
And Mills kicks to Anderson. He feeds it to Aldridge. Spurs passing it around. And the shot goes down. 9 points for Pau Gasol.
High percentage look for Pau. Won't miss many from that distance.
Green against Holiday. He kicks to Cousins. And out of bounds as San Antonio gains possession. Some great shooters here. Let's check out the league leaders. And you look at Diallo, you know what you're going to get from him day in and day out.
And just so reliable offensively. It's one thing to find good looks, but you've got to finish when you get them, and he does at a fantastic rate.
Anderson against Allen. And Anderson kicks to Parker. Aldridge with a screen on Rondo. Parker passes to Aldridge. Here's Gay. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
And how about the numbers here for Drew Holiday? How his last 10 games have gone. He's putting up about 16 points a game, 3 assists, and 2 rebounds. And he's been putting up points with regularity. I mean, that's what they depend on, his killer instinct on offense.
Well, and we've seen defenses try to adjust, but he has the intelligence along with the talent, just finds new ways to beat them.
The first one falls.
And when you watch Rudy Gay out there on the court, you see just why he's always been a solid scorer in our league. I mean, any situation, any type of offense, he can find a way to get points, and really one of the more underrated players we have in our league.
New Orleans making a switch here. Hill's checked in. And it's tied up with that one. And with Rudy Gay, scoring, Greg, has never been a problem for him. Has pretty much had the same level of production his entire career.
Yeah, and if you say that about some players, it's considered an insult, but it's a good thing for Gay. Usually we'll shoot in the mid-40s for his field goal percentage and solid at that small forward position. Also a great ISO game.
You know, Tony Allen is still going strong, mid-30s, and he remains still one of the best defending 2 guards in this league.
Alexis Ajinça has checked in for DeMarcus Cousins. Darren Hilliard's checked in for San Antonio. And that one falls for Allen. Anthony Allen, first team all defense or second team for the better part of a decade.
You know, they call him the grind father. He brings that Chicago toughness, as gritty as they come. Uh-oh, he misses the bunny. I think he thought somebody was coming over to contest it.
And there's the feed to Cunningham. Good work defensively by Gay. 3-on-3. Ginobili right side. Gay kicks to Hilliard. There's the pick. Jacks up a three, and it's good on the assist by Parker. Parker's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Parker against Rondo. There's the dish to Cunningham. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in. Cunningham's got 6 points.
Excellent play call there. The defense was not prepared for the pick, and as a result, they gave up the wide open look.
Parker with it. Gay outside. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. Hill has the open look. No good on the three. San Antonio trailing here. And there's the pass to Hilliard for the lead. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Ajinça's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Rondo dishes to Ajinça, and it's going to be a 3-second call.
And all right, a chance to check out stats for Rajon Rondo. How his last 10 games have gone. 5th in three-point field goal percentage. And his playmaking ability, unquestioned, one of the top 15 assist men in our league.
And yeah, he's one of the dead-eye sharpshooters in the game for sure. A top 5 percentage guy from deep. Just a hard man to slow down. Ginobili the pass to Gay. It's stolen by Hill. Rondo against Parker. Rondo kicks to Cunningham. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. In the corner, it's Ginobili. And unable there to get the go-ahead bucket. New Orleans in the lead. Now here's Rondo. He's got 10. Here's Cunningham. Offline with his 3.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Well, you see right there, Rudy attacks and maintains focus. He is a load to contain.
Before his injury, Rudy Gay had made some strides on the defensive end. In general, Greg, he doesn't get enough credit sometimes for his impact on that side of the ball.
Yeah, Gay has always been a great ball hawk. I mean, he's got long arms to pick off lazy passes. He gets a good amount of blocks for a wing player as well. Very much so underrated when you talk about his defense.
And the free throw is good, now leading by 1.
A talented, versatile player who has been on a few teams. Rudy Gay is still going.
Clark kicks to Hill. Here's Clark. 8 points for him. Inside and out of bounds as the Spurs gain possession. Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. Taking a look at San Antonio. They're in second, looking to take over the first spot. And, of course, the New Orleans Pelicans, 7 games back.
And, you know, for the Pelicans, they've staggered along here early in the season. They're going to be in for a long year if they don't make some real quick progress.
Unfortunately, I don't see them as being a team that's going to turn any big corners anytime soon. I think what we've seen from them in the early part of the season is what we're going to keep seeing.
Hill, a screen on Parker. Clark kicks to Allen. Dishes to Ajinça. Here's Clark, covered by Parker. And that one's good by Clark.
Attacking on the interior, I like that attitude.
San Antonio's gotten the three-pointer to fall to the tune of 50% here in the third quarter. They've made 3 of 6. There's a screen, and that's a foul called an Alexis Ajinça. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Now here's Laverne, covered by Ajinça. Shot clock at 6. Parker left side. Rebounded by Ajinça. Ajinça's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Here's Clark, covered by Parker. It's good. Clark's got the game tied up here for the Pelicans.
Well, this is what every coach emphasizes. Keep your head up. Be willing to make the extra pass.
Allen against Ginobili. Pass to Parker. Back to Ginobili. There's the 3. They get it back. Goes up again, and the rejection by Ajinça. And it's Hill penetrating. Chance there to take the lead, missing. And there's the foul. It's going to go on Solomon Hill. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. And San Antonio shooting is leaving something to be desired, just 36% here in the third quarter. There's the pick. Gay outside, off the screen, uses the glass to drop it in. Gay's got 7 points for the quarter.
Boy, I'll tell you, from mid-range, Rudy's shot mechanics look effortless.
Clark kicks to Ajinça. New Orleans moving the ball around. Cunningham dishes it to Clark. Allen for the 3. Rebounded by the Spurs. And a fast break now for the Spurs. Gay with the ball. Here's Laverne. He dishes it to Ginobili. No good that time.
Not sure of the thought process on that one. Really bad shot selection.
Well, you're playing for the team, not just yourself. They needed much better execution that trip down the floor.
And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Spurs out in front, up by 2. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from New Orleans. A chance now to hear Greg Popovich talking to his team just moments ago.
Stay aggressive. You need about 8 or 9 of those. Just let them fly.
Feeling maybe some of his guys are being too careful on shot selection, I think, guys. How do you interpret Greg Popovich maybe trying to loosen him up just a bit?
I mean, you know, the intelligence and experience he brings to the game, he sees things just so clearly. Sometimes it's really just a simple adjustment.
And we're set to start the action up here in the fourth quarter. And if it's anything like the first 3, we should be in for a treat. We've got Alexis Ajinça. Cunningham is out there with Solomon Hill. And it's Tony Allen. And it's Clark in at the 1. That's the Pelicans 5.
Two shots.
That free throw good from Laverne.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
New Orleans making some changes here. Diallo comes in for Cunningham. And Miller's subbed in for Solomon Hill. Both shots good from the stripe. Here's Clark. Here's the screen. Pass to Allen. And fouled on the shot, so the bucket counts, and a chance for one more here.
Like seeing the activity from Tony Allen down low. No one scares this guy, even when he's taking it amongst the trees.
And Smitty, as you know, it's all about defense for Tony Allen. He is a shooting guard in name only.
Well, you know what he does, Kevin? He'll still find a way to contribute offensively. He's a great cutter, and last season, the most offensive rebounds of his career, around 2.5 a game.
And the free throw, no good.
Tony Allen has carved out a nice role for himself in this league. A big-time defender who brings a ton of energy each and every possession.
Miller, the pass to Clark. That's good, and it's Miller with the assist. Clark's got the game tied up here for New Orleans.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Here's the screen. Gay outside. Lets a floater go, and he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And the foul called on the New Orleans Pelicans.
Shooting 2.
That's good from Rudy Gay.
It's interesting. No free throw attempts for him in the first half. He's finally pushing the action and reaping the reward.
Some changes for New Orleans. DeMarcus Cousins. He's checked in for Alexis Ajinça. And it's Drew Holiday in for Tony Allen. San Antonio also making some changes. Anderson comes in for Laverne, and it's Mills in for Parker. He hits them both.
And this is what we've come to expect from him. This type of consistency from the line.
Clark kicks to Holiday. Here's Diallo. And it's Gasol with the rebound. Gasol's got rebound number 5 here tonight. And then Gay with the jam.
You know Rudy likes showing off. He's definitely got hops, a sensational dunker.
And the highlight reel replay brought to you by Under Armour. Another Unleash Chaos moment. Excellent work by the talented people in our production truck as well. Holiday, the pass to Diallo. Here's Clark. Sweet little floater.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
For San Antonio, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the 4th quarter. Good looking screen by Gasol. Gay kicks to Green. Pass to Mills. Gasol a screen. And last season, Patty Mills averaging the most assists of his career. In fact, he was the highest efficiency player rated on the Spurs.
You know what? He says becoming more of a leader has helped him grow as a playmaker. He's enjoying his new role.
Shooting 2.
Free throw good. Mills. LaMarcus Aldridge, he's checked in for Rudy Gay. He hits one and misses one, each at the line. Pelicans trail by 3. Here's Clark. Down low, Diallo kicks to Cousins. New Orleans moving the ball around. Here's Holiday. Feeds it to Clark. Second shot opportunity. He lays it in.
Oh, they own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
Good looking screen by Gasol. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
And there it is on a night when he's been so efficient handling the basketball. That's his first real mistake.
For New Orleans, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the 4th. They set the pick. Cousins with a screen on Green. Holiday and Gasol sends it back. And now in transition is Mills. Here we go. Kicks to Aldridge. Oh, and it looks like that's going to be a goaltending call. Yep, that's it. So they'll get the basket.
So close to getting the block there. You can live with those calls because you'd rather have a guy playing aggressive instead of playing it safe.
Rajon Rondo's checked in for New Orleans. And Holiday kicks to Diallo. Back to Holiday. He feeds it to Rondo. It's deflected. Here's Cousins. Whistle blows. If that's going to be a travel.
And those are the kinds of mistakes that are magnified when we're talking about a game down the stretch.
Spurs leading by 3. A look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Mills dishes to Gasol. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans. Cousins has got 8 rebounds in this game. Here's Holiday. It's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. Rondo's got 9 assists now tonight. Out to the right wing, to the inside, and stolen by Cousins. Here's Holiday. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Yeah, easy call.
That free throw missing. That one drops. He ties it up.
He wanted to get his team the lead, and even though he didn't, he should feel good. At least he tied it up.
And here's Mills. Now the feed to Gasol. Mills in the corner. Fires from deep. Rebound by DeMarcus Cousins. For New Orleans, they've gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far. So they take the lead. 16 points for Drew Holiday.
And that set them apart today, guys. Their success with the mid-range.
Good-looking screen by Gasol. Gasol setting the pick for Anderson. He kicks it to Green. The dish to Aldridge. 5 on the clock. Over Cousins. And the shot falls short this time. For New Orleans, they've gotten into a pretty good groove, going 6 of 10 here in the final quarter. Out to Miller. Over Anderson. It doesn't go for him. And San Antonio will go the other way with it. The pass to Mills. Outside, Green. Anderson outside. To the paint. Here's Gasol. Shakes off the strong D and gets to the bucket for 2.
And you like to see since the half now, he's finally starting to come around.
Holiday against Green. Now Cousins. And it's Miller penetrating. And Miller throws it down hard.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure. The Spurs have gone 3 of 8 here in the fourth quarter. Green, the screen. Now here's Mills. He's guarded closely. Over Holiday. Mills can't hit.
Looking a little tentative on a very makeable shot, and this one was uncontested.
The shot by Holiday, no good. San Antonio trailing here. Left side, Anderson. Here's Aldridge, and that's collected by Drew Holiday. For New Orleans, they've gone 7 of 13 from the field here in the fourth. That one drops for him. That's 12 points for Rajon Rondo.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Mills passes to Aldridge. Plays it up and banks it in. Aldridge has got 24.
Great concentration by Aldridge. Lots of heat on him in there. Doesn't matter.
There's a screen. Screen by Cousins. Rondo with it. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
Once he's dialed in, helping to dictate the flow of this game.
Spurs trail by 4. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And Mills kicks to Aldridge. Shoots over Cousins. Aldridge can't get it to go. Well, for New Orleans, shooting it brilliantly here late. 60% from the field. Here's Holiday. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
You know, I love how he absorbs the foul and still had a chance to knock that one down.
First one falls for him.
Tough. He's just so hard to keep off the foul line when he pushes the action. I love his activity here in the second half.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. Spurs trail by 6. Aldridge with a screen on Rondo. To the middle, and stolen by Cousins. Now here's Rondo. There's the pick. Outside Holiday. And it's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. 20 points for Drew Holiday.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. Well, a few things have become clear with Rondo in the past few seasons. One, Greg, he needs to be happy with his situation in order to be productive. And two, he can give you big numbers at times, but he isn't the player he once was on that Celtic team.
Yeah, and Rondo, he's such a hard-headed guy and has his own way of approaching things. If you clash with him, everything goes up in flames with his game. He needs to be on the same page with his coach, and he's running out of coaches who will put up with him.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, during the last break, I listened to Greg Popovich talk to his team. No surprise, he was not happy with the turnovers. He told them, we are giving this one away, guys. We've got to be more careful with the ball, play within the offense, and get good open shots. Kevin?
Holiday against Green. 6 to shoot. Let's go. San Antonio again missing.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
Rondo dishes to Cousins. And now the fast break Anderson with the ball. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Shooting 2.
The first one falls.
Yeah, and the work they've done at the line has been impressive here in the second half.
He's off on the second. Pelicans leading by 7. Gasol with the steal. Now here's Mills. He's covered by Rondo. Gasol passes to Aldridge. And stolen by Cousins. There's Diallo. Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist. And the Pelicans lead by 9.
That's just an incredible find coming from the big man. No debating Cousins' smarts on the court. He picks out a pass there that not many guys would have seen.
Anderson against Miller. Anderson kicks to Gasol. Like it's 6. Shot from the wing. And yes, it's good. Gasol's got 9 points here in the second half.
See, in this half, I feel like he's a much different shooter. Calm, focused, and letting things come to him.
Outside Rondo. Back to Cousins. Outside Holiday. An easy layup after coming off the pick. Holiday's got 11 points in the quarter.
Amazing how he gets this one to go. Size doesn't matter.
But it can in the painted area. Regardless, he's crafty enough to get up a good shot.
Aldridge. Good.
Good rhythm on the catch and shoot. Aldridge feeling that one.
Rondo kicks to Diallo. There's a screen. New Orleans moving it around. Here's Cousins. Good D by Gasol.
Yeah, the aggressive D inside leads to a missed opportunity there.
You know, he had terrific position. Does a good job of affecting the shot without fouling.
Not sure of the thought process on that one. Really bad shot selection.
Well, you're playing for the team, not just yourself. They needed much better execution that trip down the floor. This is what it means to be a catalyst. His offense helps set the tone for a lot of what they do.
And Anderson gets it to go.
Finding the man who broke free. The great vision of Pau Gasol making that play happen.
Outside Holiday. Cousins with a screen for Holiday. That shot misses. Great D that time from Green. Dishes it to Mills. Good! And now they trail by just 4.
That's a timely bucket. Mills with the good confidence in pressure situations.
Rondo kicks to Diallo. Down low. Gasol with the steal. Mills with it. He's picked up by Rondo. Pass to Gasol. He dishes it to Aldridge. It's good! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Well, that is NBA level right there.
It's the way the game is supposed to be played. Guys competing at the highest level.
Cousins, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And you gotta love the intensity that Cousins brings, throwing his weight around inside and drawing the foul.
He drops the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And so both free throws are good. And it's a 4-point ball game.
Tremendous showing of confidence by getting those 2 to fall.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 4. 29 seconds left in the fourth quarter. So it's San Antonio now. Gasol kicks to Green. From the low block, it's rebounded by New Orleans. 17 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And an intentional foul right there.
Yeah, you can't let them hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
It's the first, and that puts them up by 5. And he is unable to get the second one. San Antonio calls timeout. They're down by 5. 17 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Guys, what do you think?
I mean, tough position, but really they can't blame anybody but themselves.
They've certainly missed on some opportunities, but stranger things have happened. They need a quick shot and an immediate foul right here.
They've shared the load offensively.
And guys, they put the defense on their heels. You can see right now they're trying to react, and that's what you want when you're in a rhythm offensively.
Good on the first, and that increases their lead to 6. So it gets them both, and it's a 7-point game.
Big shots there. They are clearly in control of this game now.
Aldridge dishes to Anderson. Nails the tray.
Great job by Patty, a battle-tested individual. He can be a clutch shot maker at times.
And they're going to prolong the game here with an intentional foul. First free throw is good, and that puts them up by 5. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 6-point ball game.
Wow, stepping up in the clutch. Great way to end this.
Ginobili with the 3. No good. So New Orleans wins it. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but a win nonetheless.
Yeah, but I really got a sense that the fans gave them that emotional boost that was needed down the stretch. This crowd, man, they were electric.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Giroux, congrats on the win. Everything seemed to start working in the second half. What changed for you?
I think we just picked it up in the fourth quarter. I mean, they were kind of there the whole time, but in the fourth quarter, we really, rev it up.
Great to see you back on the court, Giroux. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, David Aldridge, Steve Smith, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long and good night, everyone.